Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Arabong Hilaw, PSKSA.
Secretary, disclosure muna kasi may nagsabi na may question sa team nyo. Pending a DNA, yung staff ko si Raf ay hindi ka mag-anak ni Secretary Vince, ha? Ayan, tumayo ka naman. Ayan. So. Pending a DNA test. No, patatrabohin ko siya na singsipag ni Sec Vince. Tignan ko kung mag-iiba din yung itsura. Kasi nung sa DUTR, hindi naman ganyan ang itsura mo, Sec Vince, no? How many in your team are lawyers? In that top level? Raise your hands na lang. 1, 2...
Tatlo po sa aking pagkakaalam. Si Undersecretary Conti, Undersecretary Bernabe, and Undersecretary Turgano, who is unfortunately not here po.
Magandang hapon sa mga kumpanyero namin and siguro maintindihan nyo yung sasabihin ko. I hope the public understands it then. Di ba, first year in law school, para klaro lahat ng usapan, we start with a simple formula. What are the facts? Based on the facts, what are the issues? And then sa issues, ano yung ruling? So, may basic argument muna ko ano yung facts, but you don't argue what kaya nga fact eh. Diba? So, if you're saying I'm wearing green, if you argue ng konti that it's a certain shade of green, okay, but not much argument, diba, Yusek Conti, diba? So, what's the issue? Let's say the issue is, bagay ba kay Alan yan o hindi? O, that's subjective. Diba? So, marami ng opinion dyan. You won't agree on the opinion. Diba? But for example, ang sabihin is, kay Alan ba yan? Or hiniram ba niya? Kasi clinic-claim ni Joel, hiniram ko lang, hindi ko na sinole. Diba? Then that's the issue. We can debate on the issue, sinong may resibo, paano. Then you go to the ruling. Unfortunately, nowadays, there are facts, alternative facts, fake news, false news. Hindi naman bago yun, no? But ang point ko lang po, hindi tayo nagkakaintindihan lahat, no? So, in my questioning, I'll start with, kasi we cannot argue with principles, di ba? So, for example, if you say ko, anong itatanim? Yan ang aanihin. I think we'll agree there, di ba? I cannot tell you, magtanim kayo ng flood control, magkakaroon tayo ng classroom. Magtanim tayo ng health center, magkakaroon tayo ng flood control. So, that's a basic principle. Kung ano itanim mo, yan ang aanihin mo. Of course, I interchange biblical principle because they're, and just logic, because they're principles and their logic, no? So, for example po, no, the biblical principle is prevent evil, do good, pero if you're going to be spiritual, may isa pa, align with what God wants. So, if you apply it to civil government, it's not enough that we prevent corruption, di ba, and do good. We have to align the priorities kung anong priority ng administration. Kasi kayong binoto eh. Di ba? Before the election, pag sinabi ng isa, peace and order yung priority, sabihin ng isa, priorities the economy, sabihin ng isa, I'm talking priorities kasi lahat naman yan importante. So, I'll start that question, I'll start the questions based on that, no? Do you agree, Secretary Vince, that medyo twofold nga yung inyong nation building, di ba? One is the actual building, di ba? The roads, the bridges, the buildings, schools, di ba? And the other one is cleaning up the department.
Tama po, yun ang dalawang kabigin-biginan po ng Pangulo nung bago po ako umupo bilang DPWH.
And the second one, which is cleaning up the department, is given to any agency, but usually not too much emphasis because usually we assume that there is much more good. Diba? So, kung harap ko ang BIR ngayon, I would assume there are some bad eggs, but I would assume na, or if there's a systemic problem with BIR, hindi ko naman i-assume na lahat, i-fire lahat ng commissioners or deputy commissioners, ganun din kung custom, etc. But it so happened because of the flood control ghost scandal, kasi hindi, as you said, Sec Vince, I think as far as the first Department of Public Works around the world ay may corruption na, di ba? The first public works was the Garden of Eden na kinurap nung snake at ni Adam at saka ni Eve by eating the fruit. So, then it's in the DNA, no? So, the point is, in fixing the problem of corruption, you need a new team, which you have. you have to see what's happening sa department, what you can change. All the senators here naman today contributed, di ba? Chairman has been contributing not only in this committee, in the Blue Ribbon Committee. Having said that, hindi pwedeng hindi dual yung priority mo. Meaning, if yung paghahabol sa lahat ng corrupt at yung pagbabago ng sistema, mahihinto naman yung public works, we lose more. Do you agree with that?
Agree po,
Okay.
Mr. Chairman.
So on that point, may I ask you this question? Do you know how to rig biddings?
No, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Do you think that this is the time that you should learn?
We institute the necessary reforms?
Yes. So thank you for getting it. Kasi I asked exactly the same question kay Secretary Bunoan. Halatang nagtitinginan sila ng mga USEC ng hindi nagtitinginan, hindi naman mukhang guilty to be fair, pero parang na-shock sa question ko tapos parang ayaw sagutin. But I told him this, in 1997 or 98, kaharap ko isang ministro. And I was shocked what he said kasi ministro nga eh. So religious group, head ng malaking church, no? At least in our district. At sinabi niya sa akin, Alan, susuportahan ka namin as congressman, pero ang tanong ko sa inyo, marunong ka ba mandaya? And of course, I was shocked. Bakit mo tatanungin ko marunong ako mandaya? Eh, kaya mo nga ako sinusuportahan. I'm bringing in, kasi endemic yung dayaan sa election noon, pati sa Taguig. And sinabi niya sa akin, kasi ayaw kong masayang yung boto namin sa iyo kung ikaw ay dadayain. Diba? So I ask you that question because being so much people trust and put their trust in you and the DPWH and in your mission. So if you don't know how to rig the biddings or how it's done, I'm not asking you to rig the bidding. Very, very clear yan, ha? Hindi ko sinasabing i-manipulate, i-rig, dayain, kurakutin, whatever, yung pondo ng DPWH, yung bidding. Ang sinasabi ko lang, pare-pareho tayo dito. Kung hindi namin alam paano patakbuhin, for example, no? Kung ako ay bagong senador at hindi ko alam kung paano patakbuhin ang office ko, marami akong staff na tatawag po sa ansan ahensya at hihingi ng special favor. Diba? So that's one thing senators or congressmen have to learn right away. How to make sure that in fighting monsters, they do not become the monsters at the same time. Another lesson is we have to verify all of our information. Diba? Kasi ang daling magsalita eh. We can ruin lives, we can rule teams, we can ano. So, my point, Mr. Secretary, is I hope you learn all the tricks of the trade because as you change the rules, mag-a-adapt din yung mga nangungurakot. We've seen that nung bata tayo, bago tayo doon, but we're not that young anymore. So, from one administration to the other, ang testimony ng mga Diskaya, nasaan yung kay Diskaya? Yung may picture. Ito ba yan? Yan. So sabi ng mga Diskaya, I'm not saying it's gospel truth o totoo, but as reference lang. Noong panahon ni former President Pinoy ay umaabot sa 10%, sa panahon ni President Duterte ay 12 to 15%, subalit sa panahon ngayon ng mahal na presidente ay umaabot na ng 25 to 30%. Ang total na porsyento na proyekto na hinihingi ng mga congressman gamit ang kanilang mga tao o tinatawag na bagman. At ito ang pinakamataas na hinihingi sa lahat ng contractor sa Pilipinas. We know also this is gospel truth kasi may ghost eh. So obviously ghost is much more than 25%. And to be fair to President Duterte, President Aquino, whether we talk about President Marcos Sr., President Fidel V. Ramos, kickbacks in government contracts, lalong infrastructure, has always been a problem, di ba? So, my point, Secretary, is I want to know, with such a huge task, no, wag muna tayo sa building, sa corruption muna. What will you focus on? Ano yung bullseye para sa iyo? Kasi kung hindi ka naman ombudsman at kahit ombudsman ka, 'di ba? ombudsman, hindi pwedeng DPWH lang. There are other agencies. Diba? Sabi nung isang study, for every 1 peso we collect, 1 to 2 pesos hindi natin kinokollect. So yun ang pinakamalaking scam or scheme sa Pilipinas, di ba? Kasi we collect 4 trillion, hindi nako-collect 4 to 8 trillion, mas malaki yun. Pero hindi madaling hulihin yun. That's every single port, that's every single tax na ini-evade, di ba? So sa palagay mo, Secretary, to be fair to you, you've only been there for 5 weeks, right? 5 weeks, no? What will you focus on? Or dito sa corruption, what's the bull's eye for you?
Unang-una po, nasabi ko na rin po ito kanina, Mr. Chairman, dalawa po ang kailangang focus. Mahirap po siya, pero kailangan pong gawin. Kasi yun po ang inaasahan ng mga kababayan natin. Unang-una, kailangan pong managot yung mga dapat managot. Unang-una. No? At ang responsibilidad po namin ngayon, una, mag-focus sa loob ng DPWH para po matakot at hindi na gagawin ulit. Yun po ang unang-una. No? Kami po ay nakikipagtulungan din sa ICI at sa Ombudsman para yung ibang mga dapat managot, base sa ebidensya, mananagot din. Pero tingin ko po, no, ang mas lasting na magiging legasya, at ito na rin po ang sinabi ng ating Pangulo, na yung reforma. Kailangan pong magbago. Yung mga nasabi na rin po kanina nung ibang membro ng committee, na marami po dito sa pinag-uusapan natin ngayon, matagal na po ito. Iba nga po, marami po dito, dekada na po ang binilang, hindi lang taon. So kailangan po nating baguhin yon. Example po, pagbababa ng presyo ng mga materyales para talagang mag-reflect ng totoong presyo sa merkado at maiwasan ang overprice. Yun po ay naging call ni Chairman Win, ni Senator Loren, nung anak po ni Senator Loren. At yun po ay kailangan na natin gawin. Hindi po yan, I think ang last time po na in-adjust ang CPMD at DUPA nung 2015? Kailan? I think po nung 2015 pa. Nung time po ni Secretary Babe Singson, that was the last time na in-adjust. So we have to do that now. Kasi po, dun pa lang po, tama po ang ating mga members, ang ating chairman, na dun pa lang po, makakat mo na kagad yung potential na pwedeng nakawin, makakat na po agad dun. Hindi po siya silver bullet, by any means, hindi po. Ibig sabihin, pag binaba natin ang DUPA, ang binaba natin ang CPMD, mawawala na po ang korupsyon. Hindi po. Pero malaki po ang mawawala. At ang iba pong mga reforma, halimbawa po, yung pagsisigurado na bawat pumasok sa budget ang isang proyekto, dapat yan may plano. Dapat po yan may endorsement ng Regional Development Council, ng Provincial Development Council. Marami po sa mga questionable proyekto na tinitignan natin ngayon. Wala po yan. Sabi nga po ng mga mayors na nakausap natin, ng ibang mga, kahit po congressman, nagulat na lang sila at bigla na lang may sumulpot na proyekto. Yan po ang sinabi sa akin ni Governor Bons Dulor sa Oriental Mindoro. So, dun lang po sa ilang yan, malaki na po ang tingin ko ma-address. And I think these will be lasting reforms as long as they are implemented consistently. Kasi ang problema po ako po, sasabihin ko na po dito, 2 taon lang po ako dito, 2 kalahating taon. I will not be here anymore after 2.5 years. Sana po, itutuloy-tuloy lang po yung mga reformang gagawin, yung mga reforma pong inutos mismo ng ating Pangulo, sana po, tuloy-tuloy na pong i-implement. Yun po ang tingin kong lasting na pagbabago sa dito.
I'll comment and discuss with you on other points you said, but just to focus on my question ng focus. No? So I see your point. So building accountability. Sinasabi mo sa accountability, dalawa yan. Hulihin, kasuhan, dapat lahat ng kasuhan, and then secondly, reforms. So agree tayo doon, tapos pangatlo pa yung building. Agree tayo sa reforms, we'll go into that kasi I think may mga kailangan i-clarify doon. But doon sa hulihin ang lahat ng kailangang hulihin, that's where I want to know the focus. Kasi let's assume na walang guilty dito. Let's say guilty ang presidente, guilty ang vice president, guilty ang Senate President, Speaker, lahat ng senador, lahat ng congressman. Sama mo na mayors sa sarili lang bidding. Sabihin mo lang it's endemic. Meaning, ang hindi guilty is the exception rather than the rule. Just for the sake of argument, ha? Ano lang to, argumentum ad absurdum. Let's bring it to the absurd. So, barring a revolution that I don't want, I want a revival. I don't want a revolution. Because many revolutions, communist revolution, fascist revolution, or even a liberal democracy revolution did not bring the reforms that was promised. It's really more of a revival or revolution of the heart, no? So, my point is, Sec, what will we focus on doon? Or can I feed ng konti? Will you agree with me? Let's focus muna sa ghost. When I say focus, I'm not saying na wag mong tirahin lahat ng makikita at obvious. At of course, if a document falls on your lap na eto hindi ghost pero rigged yung you have to act on it. But I'm saying it's you only have 24 hours in a day. Maybe you have 48 hours dahil sobrang sipag mo. But the rest of us only has 24 hours in a day. Do you agree with me na kailangan yung low-lying fruit, yung obvious na obvious, yun yung unahin?
Unang-una po, no, nagsisimula po kami lahat, no, gagawin na sa bagong team na pumasok sa direktiba ng PANG, which is wala tayong sisinuhin, wala tayong sasantuhin. Lahat po ng dapat managot, lahat ng involved, dapat managot. Pero tama po kayo na in terms, dahil po sa dami at sa scale nitong nakikita natin ngayon na siniwagat mismo ng ating Pangulo nung kanyang SONA nung July, kailangan po ng prioritization. Tama po kayo doon. No? At yun na rin po ang sinabi ng ICI nung last week, nung sila ay nag-presentation. At ngayon po na may bago ng special advisor, si General Asurin, yun din po ang kanyang sinabi. At yun po ay gagawin natin in support of the accountability measures na gagawin po ng ICI, ng Ombudsman at ng DOJ. So yan dyan po tayo nagpa-prioritize, pero hindi ibig sabihin nun is magto-turn tayo ng blind eye sa ibang mga bagay.
I agree with you 100%, but it's important for people to know why. Kasi ang definition ng ghost, correct me if you have a better definition, but sa akin sa pinakasimple, nag-allocate ng pera, binayaran, pero wala talaga. So whether it's Bulacan, whether it's Iloilo, Cebu, whatever place in the Philippines, di ba? Pumunta ka doon, sinabi school building, pagdating doon, ni isang bakal, wala. Sinabi kalye, ni isang sako ng simento, wala. Sinabi flood control, wala talaga, pero bayad na. So it's easier to focus on that bucket. Walang mapapaliwanag yung guilty . Kaya you saw during the first hearing, nung si Chairman Marcoleta pa ang chairman at yun ang tinutumbok, nagbabago ang sinasabi ng mga opisyal kasi obvious na obvious, di ba? I won't go to the politics of it, or I'll say it na Vince, Secretary Vince, that's my point. If sana nangyari to sa isang city lang, isang municipality, yan ang utos ng presidente, walang politika, ganyan ang galit ng tao, madaling i-address . Pero since it's so widespread, the corruption, and it's endemic, and there's different definitions between SOP here, substandard there, swapang naman nito, dupang naman nito, di ba? There's so many definitions. So, ang sinasabi ng isang grupo, kaya pinalitan si Senator Marcoleta kasi ito yung tinutumbok, yung mastermind. Nung nandun naman si Senator Ping, sabi, kaya silang gustong tanggalin kasi may pinoprotektan na senador, etc. No? And you, the ICI Ombudsman, should be beyond that. But we cannot not be in this environment . Naglagay ka ng isda sa Pasig River, kahit anong linis ng isda, madumi yung river . So ang trabaho ni Vince Dizon at ng DPWH, ikaw yung isda na nilagay namin sa Pasig River, you have to navigate kahit anong dumi ng river. So let me stop there and agree with you as far as the ghost. So far, ilan ang nahanap niyong ghost?
Right now po, ang nasubmit po ng joint validation ng iba't ibang ahensya ng gobyerno, kasama na rin ng PNP, ang AFP, at iba pa, 400 plus po, no? 400 plus suspected, no? Ito qualify ko lang po, dahil kailangan pa po itong i-validate kung totoo ba talagang ghost ito.
Just before I himayin natin yung ghost, yung sinabi kong obvious, halos of course, everyone was busy during the election. Pero tinutukan ko dito yung bumaksak na tulay sa Isabela. All the documents are there. Obvious na obvious. At yung RD na nandun, nilipat sa Metro Manila, same kalokohan sa ibang projects, kinakausap yung contractors na maging substandard. Tapos ang balita ko, siya din yung sa EDSA rehabilitation. Anong ginawa ng DPWH? Prinomote siya na assistant secretary. Kasi daw, para alisin na siya as DP. So I hope, while I'm with you, na focus natin Ghost, yung mga obvious naman talaga, that should start running. Diba? Kasi kung hindi, magtatago naman under the Ghost projects yung iba. Isipin mo, kasama yan sa SONA ng presidente. Isipin mo, nung ginawa yung 800 million, substandard, mali-mali, tapos ang ginawa, imbis na contractor nagbayad, nagdagdag pa ng 400 million, same contractor, tapos bumaksak pa rin yung tulay. Tapos nagtitinginan hanggang ngayon kung sinong dapat dyan o hindi. But you don't have to answer that point kasi please look at it, Mr. Secretary. No? My point is lang, anything that's also obvious, we would appreciate action on it. Now, whether you refer it to the ICI or you refer it to the ombudsman, ang point ko lang na nasa inyo yung papeles eh. Unless the Blue Ribbon continues the hearing kasi nga we were siguro 3/4 done. No? So Secretary, dun sa lahat ng Ghost, ilan dun ang galing sa NEP, ilan dun ang galing sa amendments or insertion, ilan dun ang galing sa unprogram?
Wala pa po kaming detalye. Sa kasalukuyan po, we're working together with the ICI po to come up with the details of everything.
Yeah. But
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
this should be quite easy to do once you have kung ano yung projects no na Ghost, 'di ba? Kasi especially yung NEP kasi from the first printing nandun na siya, 'di ba? Okay. So having said that, dalawa pa yung unprogrammed, yung unprogrammed na nandun naman yung pangalan ng project sa GAA, nilabas lang sa unprogrammed, meaning nagkapondo. And pag may lumabas na project na walang pangalan sa GAA, walang pangalan sa unprogrammed pero lumabas. So take a look at that. But okay. So when will you finish the Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao kung ghost lang, hindi pa substandard or anything?
Siguro po mga in a few weeks, Mr. Chairman, yun po ang ginagawa ng ating team ngayon led by Undersecretary Turgano, who is our head of legal, and now Undersecretary
So
General
I don't want to cast doubt or aspersions or on anyone. Kasi nga madali ang fake news ngayon. So yun po ang dilemma or yung blessing and curse nung sa internet. Anyone can take a picture, that's a blessing. Anyone can sumbong, anyone can di ba? But with AI, pwede rin mag-manipulate. Kasi kung titignan mo yung ibang algorithms, depende kung anong algorithm mo, meron mga pinapakita na 24 hours ginagawa ngayon. Na may mga crane, may mga inano, di ba? So, ang allegation nun is that ghost to, pero by the time dumating yung team nyo, ginagawa. I mean, kung ghost, di mo naman kayang gawin ng isang buwan ng buong project, di ba? Pero kung sobrang substandard, halimbawa nga, it was dapat 500 meters, 100 meters lang ginawa, so they're hoping to bring it to a logical. So is it possible that you ask all of your DEs or at the lowest level sa projects, whatever, 2020 or 2022, whatever, kunan lang ng cellphone picture para lang may hawak.
If I
Go ahead,
may,
go
with the indulgence of Senator Cayetano, if it's a 2022, 2023 project na bayad na, tapos ngayon ginagawa, hindi ba it falls under ghost projects, Your Honor?
Yes, but what I'm saying is that ang sinasabi ng iba ngayon ay may tinitignan at may tinititigan. So pag ganitong region o ganito kasi malakas, hindi pa nakikita ng DPWH, ginagawa na ngayon. Yeah, it goes when you look at it and then there's nothing. But if you look at it tapos biglang meron pero kailan ginawa? Kahapon lang. 'Di ba? So but what I'm saying it could be unfair. It could be fake news. It could be an AI or a video in another place there, 'di ba? So I'm just trying to help the DPWH. How do you have a master file right away sa Secretary's office para at least may reference ka? And Of course, again, the question, where do you start? Start with 2025. Diba? Ito yung project sa JA, pwede bang kunan lahat yon? Oh. Second, ngayon, kung yung DE na yon nag-submit sa'yo, let's say Bulacan, nag-submit yung ngayon na nasa hearing, kinunan niya. Pero yung kinunan din ng mayor o kununan sino, or that might be the solution. Kunan ng DE, pero kunan din ng mayor or ng governor ng picture para na may reference lang tayo. Because only God knows what's happening in the whole country, and it's easy now to. And Secretary, correct me if I'm wrong. We're only talking about yung pondo na nasa DPWH, kasi katulad ng DOH, lookout nila yun eh, pondo nila yun eh. Kayo lang yung gumagawa. 'Di ba? Ang taga-inspect nun dapat sila. Hindi dapat sila na surprise na may ghost. Kasi may regional directors din sila eh. Sila dapat nagbabantay nun. May I make that difference, and correct me if I'm wrong, Secretary, while you're going to answer that question. Tama ba na halimbawa ang PSC gagawa ng covered court, magmomowa sa inyo, gagawin nyo lang. Pero saan yung court? Yan by basketball o volleyball o badminton. Kung ang DOH gagawa ng health center, whether yan ay maliit, super health center o hospital, sila yon. Mowa lang sa inyo, kayo lang magko-construct, kayo magbibid, kayo magko-construct. Classroom, ganun din. Ang DepEd ang masasabi sa inyo, 4 stories yan, 5 stories, etc. No? Kasi I want to make that distinction. Sa flood control kasi purely project nyo yan eh. Kaya dapat nagbantay dyan, DPWH. Kaya nga makita natin na ang Kuntsabahan, DE, Deputy DE, etc. hanggang COA. Pero pagka yung ibang ahensya naglagay sa inyo, mali ba ako, Secretary, dapat pinabantayan nila. Tatrabaho nila yun eh.
Opo. Sagutin ko po yung pangalawang tanong. Tama po kayo. No, kung ang project po ay classroom, dapat po may responsibilidad din po ang DepEd na magbantay. Kung ang project po ay hospital o health center, DOH po, may responsibilidad din po magbantay. Ito naman po sa unang katanungan, maganda po yung idea na yon. No? And yan po ay pipilitin natin gawin. Madali na naman po ngayon yan dahil sa teknolohiya. So, isa po yan sa mga hopefully magagawa po natin na maging measure para ma-monitor po ng mabuti. Kasi malaki pong problema talaga ang monitoring sa DPWH.
Okay guys, yun lang ang video natin for today. At don't forget to follow, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. At marami pong salamat sa inyong lahat. God bless everyone. I love you all. Bye-bye.